friendship that one could only dream about. We discovered we both loved the bands Blink-182 and Green Day. Adam showed me a tattoo. He showed me a tattoo on his forearm from the Cripple Clump album. My little brother has that same tattoo in the same spot. I thought, no way. I eventually realized that I looked up to Adam as my big brother. We did things brothers will do. Our friendship was always more than a video. We had dinners with each other. Burbank that night eating dinner. I realized I would have never had the opportunity to meet or know anyone at this table if it hadn't been for Adam. He was a force that always attracted others to meet. He knew everyone, even crazy people on Hollywood Boulevard. I admired him for loving everyone. Everyone. He had the biggest smile and an even bigger laugh. We always tried to make one another laugh, and then we would try and make the other one laugh harder, because he and I would both have goofy, heavy laughs. He brought the world together every day.
You guys know, Adam was a good person. Like, he's touched everybody in this audience, all of us, and he was a friend for me unlike any that I ever had in my adult life. He was the kind of friend that, when you were kids, I don't know if anybody else did this, but you would be walking along, you guys were just kind of like, like laughing with each other and like bouncing off of each other. And I've never had that with anybody else in my adult life. And I don't know, it's sad. But it did make everything seem like a good time. He even made the simplest things fun. Like, I don't know what it was, but like we went to Shipley's. Shipley's was a donut shop, and we went to the opening of a Shipley's in Orlando. And you guys saw it in the video that was here. We were just laughing about donuts. And I don't know what was so funny about those donuts, but we were just having a good time with those donuts. Or, whenever we went, I don't know what it was, but he wanted to go to the carnival with me. And I loved going to the carnival with him. But we went to some of the strangest carnivals. We went to one that was themed to Christmas. It was like, I don't know, Santa's around, and it was a Christmas carnival. And for whatever reason, I never thought that any of the rides were scary because he was there, but he was scared of every single ride that we ever went on. And the one that I remember the most was, there was one where we had to lay down on it, and he's like, I don't think we should go on this. I was like, no, we'll be okay. And then they started strapping us in, and he's like, I don't think I can fit on this. Because we're both bigger people. And we fit, and we started going, and he was starting to yell. He's like, I need a safe word. I need to tell them that I want to, if I yell, stop, do you think that they'll stop the ride for us? And I was like, I don't think they're going to stop it. I think we're going to be on this ride together until it's over. Or, speaking of Christmas, we have 3 or 4 pictures of me and Adam sitting on Santa's lap as adults. And like, shout out to those Santas for letting us sit together and take it once.
And he said, people seem to think that I had some sort of grand plan, but in reality, he just couldn't stand working at that feed store for one more day. He had an apartment, he had his van, but he struggled to pay bills. He was broke. And he figured that he could just as easily be broke on the road as he could at home. He could be broke going out and seeing all the things in this world that fascinated him. So when he left
What is it? I don't know.
Generous to everybody, never asked for anything, kind, sincere, and he loved the YouTube community, and that's something that I respect and miss from him the most.
Yeah, he was such a light in this world, and in a way he still is, because there's not a moment that goes by of me not thinking of him, whether it be the monorail at Disneyland or breaking news of a new maze out of Holland. I mean, I'm gonna keep that light strong, and I'm gonna keep going for him.
We miss you, man. Love you.
We don't have to be as we have no place to do this.
Adam Williams. Oh, Adam the Moon. One could say the two of us followed each other's work over the years. I always admired his passion and his childlike excitement he brought into his journeys. By bringing us into his life and adventures, we truly witnessed him living fourth dimension. I think we can all follow Adam's lead by saying this: your future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one. And that's exactly what we do.
And I noticed really early on he was really good.
Met Adam at a time that when I needed some positive energy in my life, a guiding light of goodness, and boy did I get it. I remember I saw him at Disneyland at the Main Street train station up above, and I went behind him and took that creeper picture. I was walking away, and for whatever reason, never talked to people, never introduced myself. Went back and introduced myself, and we talked and walked, and just became great friends. And we had so many incredible memories, so many I'll never forget.
And so I said, cut me off the next time. So he always cut me off. And when he said, should we do it again, really? I was like, yeah, every time. And I loved it. I loved Adam, and I miss him a lot. And I know all of his friends and his family, his viewers, fans around the world too as well. Adam, I love you, man. And I do have one more story, quick, a really funny story that Adam would like, so please don't cut me off like Adam would have done. So there was one time that I was in Vancouver, and this guy that was wearing a clown.
Yeah, we wish we could be there.
So it's really strange being back on this stage because I actually played here back in July, and my old band Yuckmouth, which oddly enough, Adam had a band called Guttermouth. At least I gave him shit about that. But that was a memorial concert for a friend of ours who had passed, and now I'm finding myself on the stage again for another memorial for a friend that passed. It's also very fitting that it's in this venue because Adam and I, excuse me, went to a couple shows here last year, one of which, Bad Religion. We were sitting right up there together, singing the songs, and that's why I'm wearing an appropriate t-shirt. The very shirt I bought at that concert that night, right out there. And then we came and saw another couple bands, Into Another, and Game Face was opening, and he was so stoked. He's like, dude, I love Game Face. 3 to Get Ready is one of my favorite albums. He was all hyped. We were sitting right over there. He was all stoked. They came on stage and announced that they were playing in their entirety a completely different album he didn't know. He was pissed. He literally sat there, arms crossed, and pouted the whole show. Occasionally in between songs turning to me and saying, can you believe they're not playing the good album? And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Sorry. It is what it is. Yeah, so.
You are remembered by what your life showed, what you put into your life, what you put out there into the world. Morning light on